all-time high. Anxiety is showing underneath my eyes. Watching as I let you take up all my time, just to do it over again. Drag me through the dirt, degrade me, mess things up, and always blame me. Smile politely while you tear me down. I don't wanna be a yes man, pull the bluff and wanna shoot my whole hand. Sick of saying sorry cause I can't stand to lose myself to your ego, but I can never say no.
Push and pull, now I think I'm getting seasick. Say what you mean and put your money where your mouth is. Giving the run around, thinking I'm gonna drown. Head above water, but I'm going down. You're so used to getting the things you want. Burn down your bridges, no matter the cost. Put on a poker face, trying to play the game like you're the king and I'm your pawn. Don't wanna be a yes man, for the bluff and wanna show my whole hand. Sick of saying sorry cause I can't stand to lose myself to your ego. And I just want you to know that the way that you use me got me so mad. Bury me alive like I'm a first class casualty, and I'm so close, but I can never say no.
I can never say no. I can never say no.
Don't wanna be a yes man, bored of bluff and wanna show my whole hand. Sick of saying
You're the drink, the capsule in the bottle, the damsel in the dress. You come to save me from distress. Stay the weak, distract me from my problems. The war inside my head, make me forget I'm such a mess. I know it's selfish, but the only thing I want, oxytocin, high on hoping that the way you love me can fix how I hate myself. Overdosing on emotion, but when the chemical love wears off, I'm just as broken. You're my oxytocin. I'm on the brink of my self-deprecation. I'm hanging from the precipice of empty promises. Tell myself I can't help it, still nothing has changed. I need your therapy, euphoric chemistry to fix my brain. Oxytocin, high on hoping that the way that you love me can fix how I hate myself. Overdosing.
I know you needed me, but I needed you more. When did this love become about keeping score? I don't know, but I'm trying to figure this out on my own. Take me to paradise and call me back home. Make me feel young again as I'm growing old. There's some things you can't control, but I think I know a thing or two about love, 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 love. They'll steal it when you need it, and they'll give it when you don't. Love, 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 love. You know you wanna say it, but you're praying that you won't. Cause what if you love someone, love you they don't? you're not enough.
Never get over being possessive when you're in love.
How many burgers and fries did we eat on takeaway nights? How many miles did we burn just to see a little of the world? How many times did we say we'll forever be this way? How many days did we spend wishing we would never have to end? We weren't perfect for each other, but we were running away from another love. Couldn't get enough, did everything we dreamed of. In 2016 in Seattle, I hope you know that I'm thankful for all we did and all we tried to do. Sometimes I still dream of you, and some evenings I still feel it. I crack a smile when my heart's bleeding on the floor. I guess you clean out my drawer, 'cause we don't talk anymore. Some days I can't get out of my bed. Some days I'm waking up on the wrong side of my head, and I got all these eyes on me, staring at me through my screen. Most nights I just can't wait to lie down. So tired from my thoughts that keep on swirling around. Medication used to help me breathe, now it feels like it's abusing me. 'Cause all of my thoughts take the air out of me, and I can't disagree with the lies that I think you believe. Tell me, what do you believe? And if there was a way to explore my brain, I want a way to get on a monorail train till I find a light in my mind. Am I running out of time? This candle is about to burn out, but I spend all of my time filling my head with the doubts that I will never see this through. No, I'll never be quite like you. Sometimes I take the long way home to fight these voices in my head that just don't feel like my own. And the music on my radio is the only reason I don't feel alone. All of my thoughts take the air out of me, and I can't disagree with the lies that I think you believe. Tell me, what do you believe? If there was a way to explore my brain, I want a way to get on a monorail train till I find a light in my mind. Am I running out of time? Am I running I'm on a monorail, wanna go somewhere where I can see the light. When they get lonely, you found somebody better than me to take care of your insecurities. You did it all while leaving me in the dark. I try so hard to be what you need. If you're into the finer things, well, maybe we should let this fall apart. 'Cause I